What's poppin'? You already know what it is. I got nerve being the truth. Like fine with them, believing a lie. Jump off shit. What's poppin'? TKK 3DT here, of course. You know what I mean? Pretty sure you got it by now. Google me, it is what it is. Mr. Sleeveless sometimes. No shirt, you know what I mean? No, I give it up, I don't care. Interesting today. Came across some interesting stuff. Made me look up the definition of snitch. A lot of people throwing that word around. Just my opinion. Don't kill me for it. Who am I? I don't got no record. I'm nobody. So it says, and I wrote it down. Snitch. I didn't know this one. To snatch, steal, or pilfer. So you can actually be a fucking thief. Second definition is to turn, informer, tattle, betrayer, blabbermouth, canary, double crosser, rat, and turncoat. Is what it is. Here's what I'm talking about this, right? Video going around. Pretty sure most of y'all seen the video. Nicki's in it, you know what I mean? People giving their, opinions on how the game work with snitching and this, that, and the third. Here's my thing. Civilians don't snitch. They do their job, right? Civilians, you're not a snitch if you're a civilian. A snitch is for street people. A snitch is basically saying like, yo, look, I'm street, you street. We both doing street stuff. If I get booked, especially if we working together, essentially more so, right? If we on the same team and one of us get booked, and because I got booked, and I don't want to go down by myself, in order for me to take the load, a little bit of the load off of me, and better my situation, I drag you down with me. That's a snitch. If we foes, if we beefing, if I get caught up and to get out of something, I throw your name out there. Snitching too. Now I don't owe you no loyalties because we ain't doing nothing together. You ain't my peoples or nothing like that. But still, that's still, you know what I mean? We two street people. We supposed to follow a code. You supposed to take that to the grave. Or if I did something to you, vice versa, whatever, you want to get back at me, then you got to get back at me in a way that don't involve the authorities. Here's what got interesting. People talking about, yo, you saying you don't mess with rats, but I see you in pictures with rats. I see you hanging out with rats. I see you da 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 da. You can't pick and choose, which makes sense. But in the hood, being honest, you know, we see it all the time. People be like, oh, Son ain't do nothing to me. I don't got no problem with son, because to be truthful, money motivates the majority of the time. So you could say you don't like snitches, you could say, yo, you hate snitches, you could say this, that, and the third. But if somebody who is a known snitch, but is also a very good business person, making bread, offer you a way to make bread with them, knowing that publicly that they got a reputation for snitching, right? Most people think, well, damn, as long as I ain't doing nothing for you to snitch on me for, I ain't really got shit to worry about. Like, people doing illegal stuff need to worry about the snitches. People in the streets need to worry about the snitches. Like, I'm a civilian. That don't really matter to me. If you offer me $1 million for a business investment to make some bread, and I'm not in the streets, I can care less who you told on. Which is within their rights, because they don't operate, you know what I mean, by street code. They trying to feed their family, do whatever, start jobs, hire people, all types of stuff. So you got to look at it like this. Are you street or are you not street? That's the first one. Are you street or are you not street? I think a lot of people get mad at like the whole perpetration of the situation. It was like, yo, you came in here telling us you was Big Bad Wolf, you was making calls, you was doing this, that, and the third, putting hits out, ripping and running, you was waving the flags, you was out here in these streets, and then you flip to get out of where you was out of, to get yourself out of a hole. Misleading. Truthful. Should it be allowed? Absolutely not. Why is it allowed though? It's allowed because it's no consequences. There's no fear of consequences. You should not be able to put on a wolf's costume, run with sheep, run with a pack of wolves, help the wolves hunt the sheep, eat the sheep. Then when the shepherd come and start shooting the wolves, you take your costume and go, take it off and go, yo, it wasn't me, it was them. You shouldn't be allowed to do that. You should be shot too. That shouldn't even be an option. But because it is an option, right? And if you do it, the other wolves should then eat you. But because it is an option, and there are no consequences or no fear consequences, you take your costume off. Hey, it wasn't me, it was them. The shepherd don't shoot you. He go, yo, take me back to the wolves' lair so I can go shoot all the other wolves. You take them back, you shoot all the other wolves. It's some wolves that got away. Instead of those wolves hunting you down and eating you, they sitting back watching you. They go to the issue right there. You should not be allowed to do certain things and going about your business scot-free. But here's the big thing. I don't want to get into the whole, you know what I mean, snitches right, snitches wrong, street, not street, pedestrians. None of that matters, right? Because I got friends who they don't even think about the street code. They don't live for it. They don't think about it. It's not relevant to them. If something happens, they gonna pick up the phone and dial 911, period. Gotta know who your friends are. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was taught that from young. Know who your people are. Real street people can identify other street people. At the end of the day, these people allowed somebody to come and infiltrate them and hang with them, knowing they wasn't really one of them, treat them like they wanted them, gave them too much information, let them be around too much, and then they ended up working against them. Why? Because they in themselves weren't being loyal. See, now this loyalty comes into this, because you can't say to me that I'm obligated to protect people who was gonna hurt me, hurt my family, take them out. Now, if you was really street, you would have handled it a street way. You know what I mean? You got money, you supposedly know people, met people, whatever. You could have got it handled. Everybody has a price, and that's just my theory, but I feel like everybody has a price. Everybody can do something for a certain amount of money, period. No matter who you are. So it could have been handled another way, but because your origins aren't street, you default back to the authorities. I don't really want to stay on that because that's a sticky topic. Like I said, I mean, you can't, nobody expected Duke to, once they start saying, yo, you know what I mean, you come and be like, yo, son, these people said they're going to take your mom out when they catch her. They're going to take you out. They're going to kidnap your kid. If you don't give us nothing and we let them go, that's exactly what's going to happen to your family. So now you got to think, yo, do I keep my mouth shut? And then if these dudes get out, they going to go in. Or if they can make phone calls or whatever, they going to put the word out and go in. Or do I just bury these dudes right now with the help of these dudes and make sure my stuff is safe and I'm out of here? Alright, whatever. Sticky situation. Like I said, the perpetration of being something that you're not is probably the biggest issue. You know what I mean? Because if it was like the mailman, the neighbor, you know what I mean, the school teacher, something like that, you know, a regular witness, it probably wouldn't be that big of an issue. But it was like, damn, son, you know, you threw us under the bus. But it was like, yeah, I threw y'all under the bus because y'all was getting ready to jump in that bus and hit me with it. You know what I mean? And take me the fuck out and do a drive-by with it and drive by my whole damn family. So yeah, I threw y'all under it before y'all got a chance to do what y'all was gonna do to me. Survival of the fittest. You know what I mean? You get your opponent before your opponent gets you. So that's how people survive. You know what I mean? And back in the days, there used to be consequences for a lot of stuff. Not so much now, and that's what I think a lot of the problems is like people aren't afraid of consequences no more. People are just like, consequences, what consequences? I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna get away with it and it's gonna be all good. They do what they want to get away with it, it's all good, everybody get upset. You're not upset enough because you ain't do nothing about it. Your people's not upset enough because they ain't do nothing about it. Somebody knows something. Somebody can do something. Somebody can get some sort of information. Everybody's not upset enough because they ain't do nothing about it. Now, mind you, what I wanted to say, because like I said, I don't really want to stay on that too much. What I wanted to say was, it's a message being promoted, and that message is, hey, it's okay to do this. Hey, it's okay to say this. Set yourself up, and then if you get jammed up, find a way out. Take the best way out possible. It's okay. You know why it's okay? And I found this out from another situation with a YouTuber, and I ain't throwing no names out there, but apparently dude was beating this girl ass, whatever have you, violating restraining orders or something like that, and the judge in that particular case issued an order to where he could not be on social media no more. He couldn't make videos, none of that. A judge can do that. A judge can do that. Yeah, I've heard of artists getting locked up coming home, rappers especially getting locked up coming home, and the judge not allowing them to make money off tours, to record music. Judges can do that. So if he did something wrong, and they knew everybody knew the first thing he was going to do was get out and jump on social media. If he did something wrong and they didn't want this message out, they would stop son from being on the internet. They can do that. Yo, listen, you got to stay off the internet. If we catch you on the internet, we're going to lock you back up. They can do that. They've done it to other people. They've stopped other people from doing things that make them money just to teach them a lesson. They can do that. They don't do it because they want him to spread his message. They want him to be out there. They want people to go, yo, look, he's still out there. Nothing happened. It's all good. It's no consequences. The new thing is gonna be, yo, see something, say something. Yo, come holler at us. We'll make sure you good. Look, prime example. Nothing happened, old boy. That's the message. That's the message. They want to put the message out. There is no streets. There is no code. All of that is dead. You work with us, you're going to be good. You may even be able to come home and make even more money. You're going to be good. Because if the powers that be, higher ups, whoever, if they did not want this message out there, if they wanted complete silence and cooperation from this individual, they would shut it down. They would shut it down. Do the research. They literally have done it to other people. They've issued orders and stopped them from participating in certain things, from doing certain things. They stopped it, shut it down. Yo, listen, you cannot do this. Boom. And people had to abide by that. So, for certain people to not be getting that treatment, watching them do all that they do, is because that's what they want. They want that out there. They want that message out there. You know what I mean? You see Akon popping up being friendly. You see Nicki popping up being friendly. Now those are all just business moves. Nothing personal. It's all about the money. But at the end of the day, ain't Nicki supposed to be street? You know what I mean? Like, is it the money, or is it your integrity, your code, whatever? Or did you cross over from being street and now you a civilian now? Because if you gonna live like a civvy, then cool, whatever. You know what I mean? But let that be known, like, yo, son, I'm a civvy now. It's all good. I'm not. Those rules don't apply to me no more. Because a point was made. You can't not mess with these type of people. You can't say, yo, son, I don't mess with snitches. I don't mess with rats. I don't. And then you hanging with other people that are those things. That is a solid point. You contradicting yourself and you a liar. So now you can't even be trusted because you full of shit. You full of shit. So, you know, now certain people can't say, oh, we don't mess with this, we don't mess with that. That probably ain't even the type of time that they on no more. They probably on some regular civvy shit. And that's fine. You know what I mean? But I want to urge people not to get too riled up. You know what I mean? Too emotional about it. Because like I said, if they didn't want him out here spreading this message wouldn't be spread. You get to do what these people allow you to do. Because if they want to shut it down, they're going to shut it down. They don't want to shut it down. They want it to keep going, keep snowballing, keep being controversial. Generates income. Generate eyes are watching. They locked on. People paying attention. So that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? And trust me, I get it. I get it. And I ain't knocking it because you got to get your money. You know what I mean? However you got to get your money. Everybody got a family to feed, whatever. But, you know, couldn't be me because I'm with T Grizzly. You know what I mean? T Grizzly said it himself, kill me if I snitch, because if you snitch, I'ma kill you. Like, I keep a small circle. You know what I mean? Very small circle. Picture me popping up and going back, or, you know, whatever anybody's involved in that I know, or whatever. I just, yo, son, yeah, I'ma just start. Yo, son, I got some info on you. Huh? People pull me over for a traffic ticket. I gotta see the judge. Something stupid. Yo, son, I got something to tell y'all. Huh? Nah, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. No. Now, once again, I'm not saying that you gotta take the fall, because people should be able to be like, yo, look. But that loyalty comes into play. How much do y'all mess with each other comes into play? Are y'all really cool? Are y'all really friends? Are y'all really boys? Is it just a money thing? Is loyalty really exist? Because if I'm in the car with my mans and my man's got hammers in the car and we get pulled over and those are his hammers, You know what I mean? Which is another situation that these situations really happen in real life. These are this man's hammers, and they pull us over. I fully expect you to be like, yo, those are mine. He ain't got nothing to do with it. Because I don't got nothing to do with it. I shouldn't have to say a word. You should be saying everything. Because they're not mine. You should not even allow me to get dragged down. But once again, they weren't loyal to Son, so Son felt no reason to be loyal to them. I understand that. I'm not gonna watch you. I'm not gonna sit back and be silent and watch y'all destroy me, knowing I got millions home, a family to feed, people counting on me. I'm not gonna sit back and silent. Now, was it supposed to be handled according to street in a different way? Hell yeah. But old boy's claim was that he was never street. It was all a gimmick for money. So what do you say to that? What do you, like, y'all shouldn't have let this man infiltrate. Y'all shouldn't have brought this man in. See, y'all let the money get to y'all. That's what it is. You let the money get to y'all. Oh, son, you one of us? Come, learn our tricks and trades. When you first meet a girl and you hustling, you don't tell her you hustling. You don't show her where your stash at. You don't let her sit there while you counting up, cooking up, bagging up. None of that. Because you don't know her, so you don't trust her. You know what I'm saying? Like, they brought Son in, not knowing what type of character he was. They didn't do no background check, none of that. Let him in, and the next thing you know, he got all this info. He should have never even had that info to be able to do anything with it. He should have never had that info. Real recognized real. He should have never had that info. They knew he wasn't like that. He should have never had that info. So, there's plenty of fingers to go around in that situation. But what I really wanted to point out was just the fact that if powers that be, higher ups, whoever, someone with authority, if they wanted him to be quiet and not be out there rambling, making it hot, this and that, they would issue an order and have him be quiet. They would shut it down. They want this image out there. They want this message out there. They want other people to feel like, yo, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. It's good. We can take care of you. We can protect you. That's the problem. The problem is when people stop having a reason to be afraid, they start doing whatever. And you should not be able to rob, steal, hire hitmen, anything illegal, enjoy it, have fun, brag about it, and then when you get booked, turn around and point the blame to a bunch of other people and walk away. You should not be able to do that. Ever. At all. That shouldn't even be an option. Shouldn't even be an option. If they got 70 years, then you could have got 30 to 40. Because you was there, you was in it, you was participating, it don't matter. You should got some time. Some real time. You know what I mean? But it's an attack. It's an attack. It's psychological, it's well thought out. And it's in many different phases. It's an attack. This street code, street stuff, they trying to dead that completely. The real man, they trying to dead that. The masculine man, they trying to dead that. Like, it's all, they trying to get all of that up out of here. Up out of here. And if we ain't careful and stand our ground, make certain points known, and it's gonna be up out of here. It's gonna be up out of here. You know what I mean? Even Nikki was in the joint talking about something. Oh yeah, because my husband don't mess with those type of people. It's your husband. Like, if you cared that much, then you wouldn't have crossed that line to do whatever, this, that, and the third, because then you should be respecting your husband's ideals and views. But that's a whole nother situation. You know what I mean? Oh, so this name today, I wrote it down. Rashad Brooks, 27, from Atlanta. Just recently, I believe earlier today or yesterday, June 12th, 13th, somewhere around there. In Atlanta, cops shot him, killed him in his back. Shot him in his back, killed him. video surfaced. Story was, and the story's still developing, so I only got a little bit of story. The story was, he was sleeping in his car, and somebody called police. Police show up. Whatever happened, they drag him out of his car. They end up jumping on him. It's footage of them, I guess, jumping him, trying to detain him or whatever. He fighting back, doing his best to get up out of there. He finds a way to maneuver up out of there. They try to tase him. I guess he ended up allegedly getting the taser from one of them, but he was running. I guess took the taser from them to run and try to get away or whatever. And as he was running away, they shot him in his back. I think that anytime you call police on somebody, black people, because that's usually who they call it on. They call it on as black people. And I believe they call the police with intent to have us murdered or roughed up, or with the expectations of something like that is going to happen. They expect something physical and something bad to happen. So I feel like they should implement a law, like if you call police without suspicion or without proof of somebody committing an actual crime, because sleeping in your car is not a crime. That sounds more like a medical issue. And if you sleep or slumped over in your car, the police shouldn't be the ones that arrive. Fucking EMS shit. You might be sick, you might be hurt. What the fuck is police gonna do? But exactly what they did do. Probably scared the shit out of this boy. He reacted crazy off impulse. Might have thought somebody was trying to jack him or some shit like that. It went left. Then once you in the mix, you trying to get these dudes off you, because I always said myself, I don't have it in me to just sit still and let somebody whoop my ass. So as they trying to do what they do to him, his instincts kick in, and you know, he not letting it go down. And then he trying to get away, and as he got up to get away, he was getting away, and they killed him. And I believe they should put a law on, like, yo, if you call police, you know, and somebody die in the process, get a lawyer, because you a Cody now. You are an accessory. You are an accomplice, because you called them not with intentions to help, because police ain't never helped black people ever. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Police ain't never been helpful to us. So, and it's not to say that it's not helpful police, but not when they come to us. The majority of the time, they coming to fuck us up. They coming with the gloves on. You know how when they arrive to the scene, they put the gloves on? No, they coming to the scene with the gloves already on. Especially when they hear black male, black whoever, they come with the gloves already on. They jump out the whip with the gloves on. They was driving with them shits on. They put them shits on driving. So I think they should make that a law. You call police on me, they pull up, they beat me up, kill me, whatever, hurt me, whatever. When I file a lawsuit against them to get them arrested or sue them, I should be able to file one against your ass too to get you arrested or sue you. Period. Because you're an accomplice. You made the call. What did you make the call for? What reason did you have to make the call? And what did you tell them on that call for them to come and beat me the fuck up out my sleep? Or whatever they did. Why did they come hot? Like I said, a person slumped over, unconscious, whatever. That sounds like a medical thing. What the fuck are y'all gonna do? Y'all not trained for that. So I don't even understand how it even got that far if someone was unconscious or passed out of sleep or whatever when they got there. Y'all could not have helped that situation at all. So you were supposed to be coming to help and investigate. Instead, you end up killing some fucking body who was minding their business. So whoever made that call, they should be on trial with them. Y'all Codies, all of y'all. You an accessory. You called the hit. Nah, get your ass in here and stand trial. And that'll stop people from just calling and saying anything. And I know it sounds far-fetched. Like I said, I know I say crazy shit sometimes, sound extreme and everything like that. People gonna be like, yo, you know what I mean? What you saying don't make sense. They ain't gonna never do that. Yeah, I know. All right, cool, whatever. In a perfect world, though, hear what I'm saying to you. Consequences. People do shit because they don't fear consequences. Bottom line. Or the consequences that they do know exist aren't extreme enough, so they don't care. So, like I said, if you call the police, you are taking responsibility for the outcome of whatever the hell happens. So if it comes out that it was something that the police did inappropriate, or that the call was not warranted, or there was no reasonable suspicion or justification for you to make this call, and police show up gung-ho, do whatever, I get injured, maimed, hurt, killed, hospitalized, whatever, whoever made the call should be liable to be sued or put in prison just as much as the police. I don't give a fuck what nobody say, because people are doing it as a punishment. People are doing it as a scare tactic. People are doing it, treating it like they putting a hit out on you. People are doing it with the intentions and expectations to harm you, or that bad shit will happen to you, or to us rather. So if you do that, if you see me walking minding my business, if you see me sleep, if you see me sitting down, if you see me in the park working out, if you see me just fucking standing still and I ain't do a single thing but be myself, and you decide to pick up the phone and go, I'ma ruin this motherfucker's day, and my day get ruined, or I lose my life, and my family's day get ruined, or my family's life gets altered, just as much as whoever showed up is responsible and they on trial and they getting sued, you should be right there with them. You should be obligated to take responsibility for whatever happens to me because you picked up the goddamn phone. I know it sounds crazy. People gonna be like, oh, it's unfair. Then you're gonna have people scared to call the police. No. Then you're gonna have people scared to call the police when they know motherfuckers ain't doing nothing. Then you're gonna have people scared to call the police just cause. You're using them as a tool. You're weaponizing them against people who are being targeted. Yeah. So if you pick up that phone, hi, what's the emergency? Oh, okay, cool. You seen a black guy outside somewhere? Okay, what's your name? Where you live? What's your phone number? Okay, cool. When they show up, shit hit the fan and they go left, attorneys and police should be right at your door. Excuse me, hey, how you doing? As per the investigation, we found out you were the one that called 911. What was your reasoning? You got to come down and answer these questions for us. Because if you can't say, oh no, I seen this and I seen that, and this is what it is, and oh, I have this on footage. Nah, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. They on trial, you on trial. They getting sued, you getting sued. Fuck that. You picked up the phone, you take responsibility. You should not be able to go on about your business with your life, enjoy your family, holidays, go back to work, whatever, if I can't do the same. If somebody else can't do the same. Nope. My life changed, your life changed. And that should be a rule. Like I said, I know it's far-fetched. I know anybody gonna listen. I know people, oh yeah, that's bullshit. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Your fate is tied to mine. So if you do some ill-intentioned, deceptive, evil, hateful shit, yeah, you should be held accountable. Yep. Even for something like a phone call. You goddamn right. Because that's what started it. I know I was a little all over the place today, right? But you already know what it is, man. TK, aka 3DT, Mr. Sleeveless, no shirt sometimes. Just out here, you know what I mean? Sharing my thoughts, talking to myself. They say it's all good to talk to yourself as long as you don't start to answer back, right? Anything else pop up on my mind, I'll be sure to let y'all know. You know what I mean? And we can bounce ideas off each other. Comment. If y'all want me to talk about something pop up, whatever. Like I said, I'm just getting started. I usually make posts on Facebook and stuff like that, but you know what? Even when I make the post, I still be thinking about shit a lot of times. So I feel like I'd rather just record it all down and share it. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Can't hurt nobody. You know what I mean? We're already being hunted down and assassinated. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You know what I mean? Some people don't like my shit. Oh well. You know what I mean? You like it, you don't. You like it, cool. You don't give a shit. So, y'all be safe, man. Word up. Stay 050, keep your head up.